In today's news, today we witnessed $1.5 trillion added to the US stock market. Very big, a complete reversal from what we saw yesterday. This is extremely bullish news and has even resulted in positive momentum in the crypto markets as well. There are three main reasons for today's bullish momentum. They all have to do with Donald Trump and they all have massive effects directly or even indirectly with XRP. In my belief, not financial advice, today may be a day to remember. The day the crypto and XRP bullrun is officially greenlighted. The first update here comes from Watch Guru, where he states that Trump apparently stated that he has no intention of firing Jerome Powell, which, considering his recent outbursts on Truth Social about how desperately he wants to terminate Jerome Powell as the chairman of the Federal Reserve, this has come as a massive shock to everybody, a pleasing one at that, truth be told. And some have even speculated that if Trump has changed his mind so quickly, almost like he's bipolar, then he must have some form of confidence that we will be seeing economic growth very soon in America, potentially in the forms of US stimulus packages like rate cuts or quantitative easing, money printing. Of course, though, time will tell, but this is relatively reassuring, truth be told. The second bullish announcement, though, is even bigger, and it has to do with tariffs, trade deals, and seemingly the end of the trade war. Now, it is no secret that part of Trump's reason to implement such extortionate tariffs on every nation was to force negotiations with the other countries for better trade deals, and it looks like his plan is working as intended. The fourth and the fifth biggest economies in Japan and India are close or have already finalized new trade deals and agreements, which is very good news. Israel, furthermore, they have also stated that they are confident it will finalize a new trade deal with the United States as well. Furthermore, according to the White House, the trade team is meeting with 34 countries this week to negotiate new deals, so things are evidently moving along very quickly and very nicely. The biggest roadblock and uncertainty, however, though, was with China, as they retaliated, and there was a pissing contest between the two nations for the last couple of weeks. Well, now apparently, the White House has stated that it is doing very well on a potential deal with China, which would be insane if this is true. And then the biggest vote of confidence comes from this announcement that Trump said tariffs on China will come down substantially and he won't play hardball. This is huge. We may quickly see the end of the trade war. While tariffs may cause inflation in the immediate short term at least, we'll have to wait to see what the next month's CPI data states to find out the truth of that matter. It's evident these new trade deals also may help in stimulating the US economy and potentially reducing the need for a stimulus package from the Federal Reserve. If China and America come to an agreement, things could be going up very, very quickly. Especially now that the main man is here. The third biggest catalyst from Trump today has the biggest direct impact on XRP, and that is the fact that Paul Atkins has officially been sworn in as the new chairman of the SEC. Now, in his ceremonial speech, he stated that he will help ensure that the United States is the best and most secure place in the world to do investments and business, as well as saying his top priority is providing a foundation for regulations. Listen very closely.
A top priority of my chairmanship will be to provide a firm regulatory foundation for digital assets through a rational, coherent, and principled approach. We will work to ensure that the United States is the best and most secure place in the world to invest and to do business. So, Mr. President, again, thank you very much for your graciousness in extending such...
I shouldn't need to tell you how extremely big news this is, because this means the market structure bill and stablecoin bills may see accelerated efforts and be written into law sooner than we expect. Potentially going to happen very soon. Potentially it's already legal. We'll get into that in a moment. We'll also likely see a flood of ETF filings as well. And seemingly, banks will soon be adopting crypto, and especially XRP, as XRP is at the top of the list. The second wave of institutional adoption is about to quickly flood into this space, and for more information on what I am personally doing in a particular bull, you can follow me in the VIP group at wop.com /coin-factory, keeping all of you informed on what my moves and targets are, building realistic market expectations through alpha institutional research documents, while also actively trading the market and educating people as well with educational sources and trading courses as well. We also offer a 7-day limited time offer free trial period if you're interested. So again, wop.com/coin-factory. You can find the link down below in the description. By all means, come and check us out. Now, Paul Atkins has officially stepped into his role as SEC chair. You know, celebrations all around, truth be told. His agenda, obviously, is packed. No doubt it's packed, but the priority is clear. The first course of action is approving the XRP ETF funds, and right now we have over 19 of them that have been submitted to the SEC so far. The document here confirmed that the SEC has been waiting for the confirmation of Paul Atkins before making any decisions on ETFs, and now he's here. We'll see them come through very quickly, I imagine. As we can see in his research paper from Keiko Research, a slew of asset managers have filed for crypto-related ETFs, and with deadlines rapidly approaching, Atkins could set his stall out early and change the narrative entirely from the previous regime at the SEC. Gradually, then sudden. That is the aim of this game. When you least expect it, XRP is going to explode in adoption, demand, and then of course value as well. With Paul Atkins being recently sworn in as the SEC chair, institutions are predicting that we are not far from banks starting to handle and holding crypto assets on their balance sheets. Now, this is very interesting because they actually are already doing so. As we can see here in this video from Cyprus, 100% proof here that the private banking clients are already buying crypto. Take a very close listen.
Behind what Alessandro just said and give quantifiable measures. How is it going so far? What are the takeaways? Sort of, do you have any metrics for us that you can share regarding, the volume? Who are the users that are mostly using the services? I'm very curious, and I think everybody is very curious in the room.
Yeah, usually I have a slide and I can read it from there. So now I have to take it from this paper. It's funny.
And make sure you have your pens and papers out so you can take notes.
So it's really funny because a few weeks ago the University of Lucerne released a study about the typical average crypto investor in Switzerland, and they said this is a male. And it's around 20 years old, and he invests around 1,000 Swissy into a ticket to buy cryptos. After 6 months, we see it a little bit different. So our average crypto client is also male, but is much older. It's between 30 and 50 years old, and the average ticket size is almost 15,000 Swissy. So we have much higher ticket sizes as expected, much higher ticket sizes as in our business case, which is very good. So what you see is that not only retail clients jump into this train, it's also clients from the private banking, and that was a big surprise because our private banking team said, "Oh no, our clients are not interested." So it's more from the retail side, and what we see now is, "Oh no, it's coming from the private banking side." Therefore, we have the higher ticket size.
Were you happy to prove them wrong?
Sorry?
Were you happy to prove the private bankers?
Yeah, absolutely.
Say,
absolutely.
I told you so.
With more demand, this will also solidify XRP's role in the financial system, as it has already been researched and documented that XRP will become less volatile as demand stabilizes through its use as a bridge currency for international payments and cross-border flows. This is important because the last thing banks want is a highly volatile asset for transactions. Now that Paul Atkins has been officially sworn in as the SEC chair, the push for regulatory clarity around digital assets on bank balance sheets is gaining momentum. And once banks are permitted to hold XRP on their balance sheets, this will help stabilize XRP at higher levels and prices, as its utility-driven demand will reduce volatility and support long-term trade. XRP is in the best position, as CEO of Tucrium confirmed on Bloomberg earlier today. XRP is the coin with the most utility. Take a listen.
Ripple's a company of really professional people working really hard on this. That's why we chose XRP. We believe in XRP. We're not making a price prediction, but we do believe it's a coin that will have the most utility out there. Bitcoin is a store of value. I agree with Mike McGlone, but I think that XRP has a true use case. There's just no doubt about it. And the Ripple team, from the interaction we've had with them, they're really professional. They act like investment bankers over there. They know what they're doing, and they will make this work.
So this therefore means XRP by logic has the highest chance to be added to the banking balance sheets and allowing it to stabilize at higher prices because it has the most and best utility. And surprise, surprise, Paul Atkins, his mere presence is working miracles and wonders already. He announced, as I showed earlier in this video, that he will accelerate regulatory frameworks in America and set the groundwork. And the same day he was sworn into office, a statement was released from Rodney Hood, acting comptroller of the OCC, that using stablecoins for payment activities is now legally permissible. Very big. Take a listen.
Digital assets are firmly ingrained in the financial services landscape. Today, more than 50 million people own cryptocurrency, and hundreds of businesses engage in cryptocurrency and require banking services. National banks and federal savings associations are well positioned to support crypto asset activities from within the federally regulated banking sector. I'm pleased that recently the Office of the Comptroller of the Currency clarified that certain crypto-related activities, including crypto asset custody, holding deposits as reserve backing stablecoins, and using distributed ledger technology and stablecoins for payment activities are all legally permissible. The OCC also confirmed its expectation that banks conducting novel crypto activities do so with appropriate risk management processes in place. This action reduces regulatory burden, encourages responsible innovation, and enables banks to leverage new technology and innovative ways to serve their clients and customers.
So, RLUSD, Ripple stablecoin, and XRP are now legally authorized for use by US federal institutions. And Paul Atkins still has to approve the XRP ETFs. We are about to go so much higher in my personal belief. But how soon do you think it will be until we return to all-time highs again with XRP? Let me know what you think down in the comments below. Do your own research, and as always, if you want to learn more, come check out the VIP groups, and as always, don't look short term, think long term, and I'll see you in the next one.